Next up, producers around the country have a big decision to make later this year. The 2018 Farm Bill has given farmers the opportunity to reassess their selections for the agriculture risk coverage and price loss coverage programs for the 2019 and 2020 growing seasons. Bill Dodd got caught up on some of the changes producers may want to take into consideration when choosing which program is right for their operation. Bill?
Well, thanks, Troy. You're absolutely right. This is a very big decision, and producers need to take several variables into consideration when choosing the program that best suits the needs of their operation. Now, recently, it seems some changes to the programs and fluctuating grain prices are among some of the factors presenting challenges to producers in determining the best fit for them. As of September 1st, producers have been able to opt for ARC or PLC programs. The ARC portion of the program protects producers against revenue shortfalls. Two options were available under ARC, either county coverage, which offered protection based on a county average yield, or individual coverage, which based protection on individual farm yields. The PLC portion of the program protects producers against price declines. According to Extension Associate Professor Brad Lubben, it may be possible we see a lot of producers making a switch from ARC to PLC if prices for corn and soy continue to dwindle.
We think we know what it looks like. It's still ARC and PLC, the agricultural risk coverage, the revenue safety net, and the price loss coverage, the PLC program. They look an awful lot alike, or an awful lot like they did in the last Farm Bill. So the programs look very close, but there's a new decision. In 2014, we had to make a decision when we were coming off of high prices. And lots of producers, particularly for soybeans and corn, strongly preferred the ARC program. But that safety net dwindled over time to the point that now it looks pretty small. The PLC program started sort of out of the money, but as prices have fallen, PLCs become more significant. Now we look at a new decision in 2019 under different market conditions. We'll have to analyze that a little more carefully, but it's possible that a lot of producers make a big switch.
So, in other words, it'll be a good idea for producers to take a good look at current prices for any given crop. If the current prices for that crop are below the reference price, PLC is probably going to be a more attractive program. If, however, the prices are above the reference price, ARC is probably going to look a bit more appealing to producers. According to Extension educator Randy Pryor, making a snap decision this early in the process would be ill-advised. However, there is one thing he suggests producers do to get the ball rolling on the process.
There's one thing producers could do now. Ask your FSA office to give you Form FSA 156EZ. What does that form have on it? It has your base acres for the PLC program, and it has your PLC payment yields as it stands right now. We have a one-time opportunity to increase PLC payment yields. So we can take a look at your yields between 2013 and 2017. Simple average, multiply that by 0.81. Would your pay yield be higher doing that versus what is on that form right now? If you updated your yields, the Farm Bill before, it was the previous 5 years times 90%. So does the 81% beat the 90%? It's worth taking a look at. Even if we can just up that a bushel or two on your corn pay yield, it is worth taking a look at. You don't have to sign up for the program now. In fact, we don't recommend doing that. Wait until we have our educational meetings after harvest, and Extension is going to be doing meetings across the state. Learn what you can, but you could take a look at those pay yields right now and anticipate those farms where you can do that maneuver and increase your PLC pay yield.
One reason it's not recommended to run out straight away and sign up this very moment is to give yourself time to go over all of your options. As Chief of Production and Compliance Programs for Nebraska FSA, Cathy Anderson states, while the program you selected under the 2014 Farm Bill was what you had for the duration of the bill's lifetime, this time around producers will be given an annual choice to stick with their decision or opt out for the alternative program.
Well, it's just very important for every producer to consider all of the options. And one of the things that's initially important to understand is that it's no longer a 5-year decision. So under the 2014 Farm Bill, producers came in, they elected either ARC or PLC, and then that decision stuck for the life of the Farm Bill. Under the 2018 Farm Bill, they'll come in, make a decision to elect a program for 2019. That program election will also apply to crop year 2020. But then each year after that, 2021, 22, and 23, they're going to annually have an opportunity to make a new program election. So it's going to be very important to consider the analysis of each of these programs and what the different characteristics are throughout the life of the Farm Bill.
Now, as mentioned earlier, after harvest, UNL Extension, in coordination with the FSA, will be holding educational meetings around the state to give producers a better idea of the options they have moving forward. This is something we'll stay up to date with. However, if you want any more information on the ARC and PLC programs, you can visit the FSA website at fsa.usda.gov/NE. There you'll find available links to tools that have been developed to aid producers in making their decisions. For now, that's all I have, and I'll send it back to you, Troy.